Hello everyone, this is Anim here for my first reaction video. As you can tell, by the video quality and possibly the audio quality, this is definitely my first video. So hopefully in the future, as this pandemic ends, I will be able to upgrade my equipment, my camera, and definitely my microphone to really give you a better quality video for the reactions. So what I'm going to do here for reaction, I'm going to react to 3D animated short films. Something a little bit different than most people. Most people do, music videos, feature films, try not to laugh challenges. Not to say that, I won't be doing that in the future, but, I'm an animator myself. And I think it's really important to give a lot of these artists that are out here who really put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into their creations, a chance to shine a little bit. And I think, I really challenge everybody who watches this reaction, go watch some of these videos, check out some of these animated films and, just really delve into them. There are a lot here on YouTube, a lot done by students and professionals alike, and they're definitely worth taking a look at. So my first reaction here is going to be the film called I, Pet Goat 2 by Heliofant. So let's have at it. Okay, very nice intro here. Very trippy. Going right into the title. So already intriguing. And now we go into the first shot here, kind of the evil claws of some creature. Actually puppeteering George W. Bush. Wow. And having the character here with the dunce cap. I'm not sure, if you remember this scene, so to speak, during when 9/11 was happening, President Bush was speaking to some elementary school or kindergarten kids, was reading to them as he was approached and told that we were under attack. Wow, very good animation here, very expressive. And now we switch to President Obama, and they put the graduation cap on him. Now you quickly go into Alice in Wonderland, and these crazy looking mannequin creatures behind. So already I'm seeing that, this film is being very social and very political. A lot of imagery going on here, really very suggestive. A lot of good work here, a lot of the, and I'm going to speak in some technical terms as well whenever I do these reactions. Everything here is very, very stylized. The coloring, which we call texture mapping and materials, very stylized, very painterly. As we see here, oh wow, representation of the Twin Towers and falling. So I really like this world that this artist has created. This kind of a fantasy world, kind of questioning, our world as it is today. So here it is, a representation of, looks like Bin Laden. I see some oil tanks in the background. You've seen the drops of oil going into the water. A representation of the Statue of Liberty kind of falling apart. Here it is, a baby inside of an egg, and you see a TV tube with the eye of a snake. So a lot of representational imagery going on here. Now you have this creature here with a third eye. Again, here's another television tube, looking like it's a snake. Trying to terrorize, it looks like. It's just a lot of good imagery here. There's a lot being spoken about here in this film. So much already. Again, I'm not sure what this child represents here. And I can dare say that this child represents, child soldiers, has a gun there. And here's a man with a hammer and sickle, being enveloped and drowned. This is the imagery, representational of like Tiananmen Square in China, where the student was standing in front of the tank. And now it looks like we have a representation of modern Jesus on this boat. Looks like an Egyptian style gondola. And again, no dialogue here. Everything's just music and just the actions of the characters and everything moving within the scene. Very good camera shots. Very, very good camera shots. I really like the dynamic angles here that really brings a lot of emotion to this film. A little problem there I saw there was some particle effects for the water, but yeah, you get that every now and then. Again, perfect representation. Here's Jesus and all these fish. So I'm not sure what this character represents. So again, more splashing. And now here's a deity, Hindu deity. And it looks like, these are all effigies of people just looking like drones of people wearing suits, I guess marching off, armies of them marching off to work. I guess the TV snake is scurried away, and I guess this person has become free. So again, very stylized. This world that artist created is very, very stylized, bringing a lot of effigies and of deities and religious iconography of different cultures into this film. And here's Jesus, with the burning feet, now awakening. And again, like I said, the texture mapping here is very stylized, very painterly. Creating a very oh wow, the background, the crumbling of the church. Like I said, this film is really saying a lot. There's a lot of beautiful curves and curves within this. A lot of beautiful color within. Oh, and this shot is absolutely amazing. With the pyramids up in the foreground, roughly in the center. Beautiful backgrounds. So again, very beautiful shot. Again, and that was I Pet Goat 2 by Heliofant. So again, this is a very beautiful film. Technically, I'm gonna bring my little technical hat back in here a little bit. Technically, there are some parts of the modeling that or the rigging of the characters. There was a little bit of bunching, a little bit of problems within it, but very small. And like I mentioned earlier before, when I say particle effects, whenever you're working creating CG or 3D or CGI water and trying to create splash effects, those are considered particle effects. You're creating individual particles to simulate what happens in a splash, or you try to simulate smoke or fog or whatever it may be. Now again, the fog and the smoke in the film look beautiful. Work very, very well. And again, the characters look very good, very stylized, and like I said, the texturing, which is the application of color or real texture, to bring texture to an object or a character, look really, really good. Again, very, very artistic, very painterly. Again, I'm bringing an art term into it when you see something, a painting that looks very much there's a lot of paint, really applied to it. Not necessarily going for realism, but you see that there's a layering of paint onto the canvas, or in this case, onto the objects and the characters. So good film, really good film. And again, not really sure where the film was going. All I can think of is that the point of it was kind of questioning different points of authority or points of importance. Again, as you see in the beginning of the film, you had George W. Bush morphing into Barack Obama inside of a school. You saw, different deities, Hindu deities. I'm saying I saw Native American deities as well, and then you have Jesus on this Egyptian gondola, going through the water, and you see different things kind of happening. Again, you saw the effigy of the Twin Towers, falling near the end of the film. You saw in the background over the shoulder of Jesus, you saw the crumbling of the church, and at the end, you saw, right in the center, again, looking at the angle of that last shot, you see, the Great Pyramids, being shot down evidently by the sun. So again, just a lot of questioning going on there. And one thing that, again, me as an artist, me as a creative person, I know what I have in my mind when I'm creating something, what I'm trying to get across. But I know that once I create it and I put it out into the world for everyone to see, my interpretation is no longer, and this is my opinion, my interpretation is no longer the most important. The most important interpretation is that of the viewer. So anyone who looks at this film, your view is the most important. You're going to come out, so many people will look at this film are going to come out of this with, so many different views. And that's okay. And I hope that the artist Heliofant, I hope that was the intent of that. Again, beautiful film. So again, I challenge every one of you, who are watching this reaction, go watch some short films. Go watch some animated short films. You'll be entertained. You'll see a lot of great work, a lot of hard work that goes into these great pieces. And hey, you'll definitely enjoy them. So like this, share this, and definitely hit the subscribe button. And with that said, Anim signing off.